feeling like we on our yay, Yeezy. I'm talking about this might be that next thing. So make sure y'all cop in. Make sure y'all invest early because me and my bro have been designing. You know what I mean? So y'all see what we got in the background here. My bro got some over here, some real life physical. Show him the physical over there too. These are the different ways that you can do your designs, whether in the physical or in the virtual, right? But either way, it's still yours. What that say over there on that shirt, bro?
Still growing.
Ooh, that's fine, man. Tell the people why you named it that, bro.
I got some music coming out soon, but I really wanted the music to reflect the chapter I'm in my journey right now, where I'm still growing, affirming it though. You know what I mean? We ain't got it all figured out, and that's okay.
Man, that's good, man. That's so good, man. And that's a good example. My bro already kicked it off with gems, making brands that mean something to you is everything. It's what's going to push you to that next level. Because, when I speak about lovepreneurship, this is something we live in, this is real life for us. This is our Nubian best ancestry where we got to be the best. And so I love the same way my bro just said, still growing, because many people don't recognize that they're still growing in this walk of life, designing their life. So the same way you're designing your life is the same way you got to design your clothes. So talk to us about some of those analogies that you've learned from ways that helped you design your clothes, that have helped you design your life, if you don't mind us asking.
Yeah, I mean, like I was just saying, still growing is definitely one of those affirmations, but one that I was using initially was called Gemini Gems, because I'm a Gemini and I be dropping gems. So, anytime I find something to be consistent with who I am, I like to put it into the brand. I can't hear you.
Oh, my bad. My boy talking that talk, man. Gemini dropping them gems. That's bars. You know what I mean? And so definitely, you said new music is what inspired us to the brand, man. So where can we find some of that music? And you got some things already out yet?
Yes, indeed. Primarily, you can go to SoundCloud if you want to listen to it for free. It's at You can just search Terrence Harris, spelled the same way it is anywhere else. Um, but my main focus is transferring all of that music over to a platform called Even. So you
Nice.
can find that music at Even, like EVEN, and .biz slash TJ News, TEEJAYNEWS. But I'm sure I can send you a link. We can put it in the description, so you ain't got to think about it too much.
Hey, man, that's my bro right there, man, talking that truth. Because I'm telling you, you got to make sure that you're making music that vibrates you to the next level. We've been given a negative music energy in this day and time. And so many of my people have to learn how to re-heal themselves, because music healing is such a real thing. Vibrations, resonance, and things that's going to take us to the next level is so key. So talk to us about how you make sure that you stay yourself focused in terms of this, the chaotic world, and making sure that you let your designs or your brand represent a positive space in such a negative world?
Yeah, that's a great question. Um, I also wanted to thank you for having me up here. I mean, we had picked up pace, so it had eluded me, but I just wanted to thank y'all for being here. Anybody who watched this as well. And initially, I think the first thing that I would say is, especially as it pertains to the music, I usually am finding myself at every single step of the way. That's why I named this project Still Growing, because there's a lot that I still don't know. There's still a lot more that I can do. So that's why I wanted to create that expression through the music, but I also wanted to align that with who I am in real life, because the same way I just said about the music, but also people know me to be an authentic person. So that's really the through line of the project, how I navigate what you had mentioned as far as the duality of the world. It's just like being myself, just being authentic about being myself.
My boy say, let's hear some bars, man. Say that, bro. That's how you know
Yeah,
we're in the right
yeah,
room. That's what I was about to say next, cuz. Let's hear some
yeah,
bars real quick.
yeah,
Drop me with
yeah,
something real quick, man, if you don't mind.
yeah. I got you. I got you. See, we were the lightest in the room, but the blackest on the surface. We was from a melanated womb, so we was excellent for certain. Look,
Hey. Go ahead,
tragedy and
Martin.
pain revealed to me my purpose. The system was afraid, so it really tried to hurt us. The ground was drenched in blood and it no longer was fertile. To get up out of poverty, we had to be determined. Look, check me out. Because
Hey.
our own people were willing to be our biggest hurdles. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Come on, man. That's off the head. That's off the head with it. Go ahead, man. That's my bro, man. That's Martin, man. Just stepped up into becoming a moderator status because that's what I'm talking about, bro. That's what I'm talking about right there. You better encourage us to think about things. That's what y'all get to do. You know, I love when y'all engage. So like, share, and subscribe, and engage just like Martin did. Because I'm telling you, it's important that we engage in. Because my bro got some bars. I ain't never heard you had some bars, man. You got something else that you working on in that still growing album too, man.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a couple visuals that I've been composing, but just as you've seen, it's the music, it's the merch, and then it's also the content and the commentary that I have just as I'm creating content for it, right? Like I'm literally putting this together. This is like a lot. Like one thing about me with the music, and I hope this aligns with, like you said, the merchandise and the selling and the clothing development aspect. One thing about me is I don't put my music out the traditional way. You mean I won't go into super detail about that, but I don't package everything and then put it out. I'm packaging it while I'm putting it out. You know what I'm talking about? So
Yeah.
it's always in real life with me. I like to do that because the art is like a living testament of who I am.
Yeah, man. Bring the real art back, man. The real artists. We here. We
Yeah.
still talking it out. We doing our streaming different, our love different, our lovepreneurship different. And that's exactly what the people are saying out there. They were saying make a song. You know what I'm talking about? They said that was fire. People asking, can I be a mod? Facts, man. Y'all can be all that. You know? Y'all can make a song with us. DM us, let us know if y'all want to make a song, send us a beat. You know what I'm talking about? And so yeah, so let's get into it. Someone say if we stop thinking and talking, let others know what we're doing, that's good, man. Because sometimes we gotta keep we got to keep sharing, right? We got to keep sharing because that's the key. That's how we get better at things, right? And we got two of our mods talking that truth. Make sure that y'all get into this discussion because, again, we're talking about selling your fashion because the fashion isn't just the clothing you wear, it's a lifestyle. You feel me? It's the way that you move, it's the way that you think. And people are more so consuming you more than the product you're selling, right? So, whatever it is that you're offering the people, make sure it comes from a space of love. So that's why we came up with the Lovepreneurship podcast. That's why we're dropping Lovepreneurship merch. You can find this on our TikTok store or Fonny bookstore where we also sell books because we're always selling knowledge. We're always selling truth, grants, ways for people to make more money for the free and for the paid, right? Because we got to pay for our families and people only pay when they pay attention. So make sure y'all check out my boy's grant course. Make sure you check out my boy's taking the creative essentials where he's going to help you do that store, right? So if you have problems creating the store, designing the store, that's what my bro does. And you see he's good at it because he designs his own clothes. So talk to the people about really, and then really I'm seeing they want us to talk more about these songs, man. I'm feeling like they like more so still growing from the song aspect. So let's get into the song aspects, man. What were some of the topics that made this such a sensitive album, if you don't mind me saying?
Yeah, no, I definitely was sensitive because when I was hooking up the music, I had took a hiatus from it because I was feeling frustrated about how everybody around me was all pretty much indoctrinated with the way that the traditional music industry was set up. So it was discouraging. I was like, man, y'all don't want no ownership. Y'all don't want to, go to the meeting yourself. Like you don't want to like build the brand. Like it was like, so I had to take a step back from the music
That's
just so
funny.
I could see how I could approach it with all the integrity that I felt was required. So then after a little bit, maybe like a year or two, I was still recording. You know what I mean? The whole time I was still recording, but I just wasn't putting nothing out. And then eventually someone stopped me and they just reminded me that, it's a duty. It's like a responsibility. Like when you have a voice or a message, it's like a duty for you to hand that, you know what I mean, and deal that out. So that's when I decided I was like, oh man, I remember how this all started. I mean, I know how all these other gifts, like you said, whether it's building a website, teaching, you mean designing, all of that stuff came from me being transparent with myself in the booth. I reflect on my music and be like, man, I got these other things that I'm very deeply passionate about. So then I would just explore them. So that's why the still growing is honestly my first album that was conceived from my creative direction entirely. Cause You know, a lot of my earlier albums, I had producers who were extremely uh, experienced, so they led the way. And then following that, I put out a short EP just to, communicate some updates in my life. But this one is really a testament of me pulling all the resources that I have and all of the insight that I have together to step into that integral space of being an artist that I mentioned in the beginning, where it's like, no, we're not doing this the traditional way that's predatory on people like me. We just about to make a whole new model. Shouts out to Nip. He the one who kind of put that spirit in my heart,
Facts,
where it's like we need to just create a whole new model. You know what I mean? Whole
facts.
new.
Actually, kept that Ethiopian legacy going, man. He talking that truth, man. You know, and Martin did a great point on there. He said, "Do you have links for the clothing? Make sure that you on this video, if we don't already have some links on, we should have some links in the video or in the comments. But definitely make sure you specifically comment your links for the store, right? Because whether the fashion as well as also for the music, because that's gonna take people to the next level. Somebody wrote, "Give me mod status." You gotta earn mod status. You know what I'm talking about? Maria and Martin earn mod status. It's not the first time I seen them on this video. Yeah, I'm talking about. So I appreciate y'all coming through, checking in with the Lovepreneurship podcast because we're building a community. Y'all got to make sure that y'all keep supporting, keep like, sharing, subscribing because this is how we learn. Because there's probably something you out there are designing. So I know that's probably even what is inspiring Martin. Now, Martin, I know you got bars out there, so we want to make sure that you talking from them bars. You too, Miss Maria. I know you out there with bars. You got bars that's gonna transform your community, right? Because it's important that we start using our poetic gifts. It's our speech. I was talking to my wife about this the other day. You know, the one thing that allows us to make this money is our speech, our mouth. If we ever stop not wanting to talk, we make no money. You dig? Why? Because many people are afraid to elocute, to voice, and to express themselves, right? And so the more that we channel and we practice expressing ourselves, it really truly helps us paint our picture, paint the world that we want to live in, right? We got to be the example that we want to see in the world as opposed to waiting for the world to shape us. So talk to us more about that, Birdie, because I know we probably got 2, 3 more minutes left on this live, and I just really wanted to keep you be good on time with you, man. Talk to the people about where they can find you. Just what are some of the things that maybe some song titles from Still Growing. To give the people some sneak previews, man.
Mhm. Yeah. So currently, the only way you can get Still Growing is either by joining in my giveaway or joining my pre-order list for the merchandise. The Still Growing project don't have a date that it was coming out. I was initially going to put it out on my birthday, but then I just had a different revelation that this project should be with me. You know what I mean? That's like if you really, really want to see what I'm on, you should just come holler at me and also enjoy and experience things as I'm experiencing them. So right now it's like a package deal. You want to get the merch, just join the giveaway, and 3 people will get to hear it without the pre-order, and they'll also receive the merch anyway. But everyone else, you know what I mean, pre-order the merch, and then you're gonna get the music in the meantime.
Oh, that's love, man. That's love. I love what Brother Martin just asked us too. Brother Martin like King. That's what I'm gonna call you, man. Brother Martin like King, because you a king over there. He asked us, how do I contribute more? I admire what y'all are doing. Man, we love that, man. We admire what you're doing. All you do is what you're doing right now. Keep pro-tributing, right? Keep pro-tributing, right? Because just with your presence, with your energy and the thought, right? Just your question alone is what inspired this live to go a direction. Just so don't ever never diminish or lessen your ability to contribute or pro-tribute to the world that you live in. So just start with your family. That's what you can do for us. Start with your family, create them into a lovepreneurship. So don't just be a lovepreneur and only worrying about yourself, but worrying about how your mompreneur figures it out, your childpreneur figures it out, and don't just figure it out by yourselves. Come together, right? Because that's one thing I see is so many entrepreneurial minds all working on 3 different projects, right? Instead of those minds coming together and work on one project, right? So that's what we do here. That's always our goal. Our focus is helping people, families, real people across race, right? Because this is above race what we're doing, right? It's about people, real people, righteous people, divine people, right? Who need guidance because we all need guidance. And so we got to make sure that we're focusing on that message. So that was a great question you asked there, good brother. How you can contribute more is just by being you and figuring your lovepreneurship out and bringing your families together. Yeah, and protecting the children most importantly, but keep protecting the children, everybody's children, more specifically, not just your own. Talk to the people what you want to leave the people on, my good brother.
Give thanks and praise, man, and like just to highlight what he mentioned. For anybody who made it here to the end, all you can really do is be you, and do through the process of that, I mean, allowing yourself to push away the people who don't accept you for where you at currently, and accepting that along your journey there will be people who will rock with you as you rocking with yourself. So I mean, and always, something on my spirit is letting me know too. Have goals, but also strive to be the best that you can. Greatness. I mean, that's what I stand in and stand on, is like, we going for greatness. That we ain't here to just exist. I
Facts,
mean,
bro. Facts, bro. Legacy only, bro. Greatness only, man. And Sister Marie also made a point we want to end on, make a song with me, more you. Yeah, man. She looking to make a song, so we're gonna hit you up about that too. And good brother Martin, like King. I appreciate that, man. That's real, man. You real too, man. Keep it up. Keep empowering your communities. Keep believing in yourself. Keep being that Lovepreneurship podcast. Keep putting your love and your entrepreneurship together, because that's what we're here for. And on that note, we closing out. Yeah, yeah.